Hello and welcome everybody as we are getting this 2020 RichRad Community 1v1 tournament underway. I am so absolutely excited to have all of these members participate. A huge initial shout out to the Fresh Nuts community that did stumble their way over after a big post and casting of the Fresh Nuts tournament, but I am telling you that this is going to be exciting. The first ever 1v1 RichRad Community tournament is a go, and we are going to have some interesting 1v1 parameters going forward. Not going to see the typical like we've had before where it's the widow v widow. It's actually going to be slightly different. Also with the format as well, it will be a 8-round Swiss type style first initial portion. So we will do 8 rounds of a Swiss style where you will have members go against one another over the course of 8 rounds that you will add up your points over the course of each round to see if you will enter into the top 8, which is a double elimination. So with that being said, we will also have all of you, if you haven't already, check in, Battlefly, check in now. All of you, literally do it. Need you to do it. That's going to happen, period, end of statement. So thank you for doing that, because if you don't, you will be disqualified, and we would hate to have that happen. So, as I said, this first matchup today is going to be between Phoenix and Laser. They were randomly selected amongst the 19 matches that will be going on for this first round. So, after this round completes, the next round, we will wait until everybody's scores are tabulated, and it will properly pair you with the respective amount of points gained to try and give a more even playing field, allowing everyone to have an opportunity to compete against somebody that is closest to their ranking over the course of the 8 rounds. Once we accumulate all of the total points, the top 8 will transition into the final matchup, which will be, again, a group of 8 people that will go into the grand finals, where it will be a double elimination with also best of 5s until we get to the end, which is best of 7. But now we're going to go ahead and hop in here, like I said, and it's a little bit different than the Widow 1v1. This is a lot of information, but we did have it in the announcement where you can see the rules and breakdowns. If you type in that exclamation point tournament, you will be able to see exactly what I'm talking about. So, now I think everybody is ready. So let's go ahead and hop in, friends, as we are going to go on to Castillo first. Now, as we were talking, we will be looking specifically at this map where you will have players go head-to-head by selecting any hero. So, if both of these players, let's say for an example, choose McCree. If one McCree wins, you are no longer able to use that McCree once again. For every matchup that you win right now gives you a point and takes that hero away. So first, we're going to see Laser on 70 and Phoenix on the Sigma. We've seen a lot of play coming out here from the Sigma before by Phoenix. Interesting. It is a hit scan with sustain going into this fight against Phoenix, who has a huge stun capability. Gets the knockback onto Laser. The shield is up to block the damage, with the healing zone giving that extra survival as Laser has to sprint away. The ricocheted bullets coming out here by Phoenix, trying to get the kill, as that laser dash is allowing some great distance between the two to try and generate health quickly. But again, there are no health packs on this map, and Phoenix will get the first ever 1v1 RichRad kill for this tournament. But now they have to get to 5. Whoever gets to the first score of 5 wins. But you have to remember, because this is a Swiss format of 8 rounds, you will still want to do as best as you can, because every point carries over. So if you have a bad match now, you could have a better match later, which will allow you to move yourself up the ranks to still potentially be in the best of 8. Now, with a change up here, we are going to have Laser on the Roadhog. Phoenix going to a support play. The Discord Orb is going to be critical here, but Laser has a substantial amount of sustain. As we said earlier, there are no health packs on this map, so it's really critical to see how they're going to play this out. A lot of distance here by Phoenix. Knows that they can't go inside of that range of the hook, which is going to come out quickly, but the Discord Orb there early onto Laser, really just going to try and run the clock right now. And again, after a series of minutes, it will actually force both players to go to the center of the map and try and capture the point. So this doesn't go on forever. It will allow you to try this distant engage like we are seeing here. Almost getting the hook by Laser onto Phoenix, but Phoenix still playing very cautiously. The time slowly wears down with no one wanting to get too close. Still a lot of damage though onto Laser. Has to force out that heal, taking a breather and really just playing further back. And again, as we see these two members start to fight towards the outside, the first thing that will happen before the control point becomes active in the center is going to be vision. You will gain vision of your opponent on this map, then the control point will become active in the center. And this actually starts to weigh more heavily in favor of Laser as the control area unlocks in 25 seconds. Phoenix on the high ground, having to play this cautiously. The volley is going to be very critical for this as Laser tries to tank the breather, making sure to be full health to go into this. Phoenix, though, already on the high ground, waiting for that chance to become active to try and get some damage onto it. This patient play is going to run the clock, and Laser now starts to go in for that potential kill. Jumping over the statue, trying to dodge the damage. The shelling comes out quickly as Zenyatta maneuvers around the center picture, and the control point now becomes active. You see the roundabout circular motion that Phoenix just tries to buy some time for his life as the splash damage comes out, but now Laser still half health, has to take the breather. Phoenix playing the inner circle, using this statue to his advantage, and waiting for that hook, going to miss it now. Laser still trying to move forward to get the kill. Does get the full-blown shell shock to the face as Phoenix goes down, makes it a 1v1, or 1 point to 1 point.
Select your hero.
Now, going into this next round, it'll be interesting to see. We've already seen some straight-up DPS versus tank. We've seen some support against tank. And the sustainability for the Hog is one of those things where you tend to want to run the clock, which is very, very formidable. But with this now beginning, we'll get the two champions are going into this next one.
Fight.
Take a look as you have a Pharah on Phoenix with Laser on the Mei. Advantage here for Phoenix, trying to keep that high ground position and distance away from the Frost into the crowd. Oh my goodness, what a swift kill immediately out of it. Oh boy. That collapse. We've seen Phoenix play Pharah 2 before, so this is not a strange pick to see coming out. You want to play to your strengths here, and you also just have to have a little bit of luck. Going into that Mei pick was very difficult here for Laser. You had the sustainability of the cryo freeze, the wall to try and block some damage, but unfortunately, just because of the range capability and that projectile still being very critical, it was more difficult. But now, the example I gave earlier of the McCree versus McCree does come out. Phoenix versus Laser on this cowboy to see who will be able to get the execution of this 6-shooter, and maybe leading with a flashbang. Having Phoenix on the high ground, looking to try and get some shots through those archways on the low ground. Laser playing it carefully, not wanting to take the high ground early, but Phoenix looking for the dive from the upper position. Oh, but no! Laser finds a quick pick on the low ground, despite the high ground by Phoenix! 2 points to 2 points, friends. As we still have a few to go. Ouch, coming out by Phoenix here in the chat. Gotta love hit scan, replied by Laser. My goodness, now as the seconds drop, we will be curious to see what the changeup is now. We've already seen Phoenix go into a hit scan twice. Laser going to go into a hit scan, but also Phoenix going to go into a hit scan, but more specifically going into the Baptiste. With that sustainability, the immortality field, the reposition with the boots to try and get onto the high ground. Ash here does still have a lot of mobility with that Viper shot. Oh, and gets a quick pick onto Phoenix! Oh, man! Couldn't even get the immortality field out in time.
Select your hero.
Oh, man. That was great. I mean, this is one of those things where you see the hit scan being so vital right now, but neither of them have gone more to the tank after these initial picks. You saw the Pharah Mei, now the double hit scan. Will one of these members start to go into a tank role to try and have that survivability? Laser actually going to adopt the nature. Oh, and it's going to be a reversal. Will Phoenix be able to show that he can play the Mei more formidably against Laser, or will Laser demonstrate that the Pharah can just outmatch the Mei? We'll have Phoenix moving in, trying to get those icicles from a distance. Getting a one pick, almost a second, gets the foot, right in the heel! Cryo Freeze gonna come out, but now Laser on the front side gonna try and get some damage on the Phoenix, hitting super low. No ability to try and go into the Cryo Freeze, the damage is there! Laser gets the pick! Pharah barely surviving, now making it to a match point scenario.
Prepare for battle. Select your
My goodness. Oh, man. Now let's go ahead and see what this next one is going to be for the 5. Will the match point be over? Will there still be some opportunity to stick in this? Let's take a look. We have an interesting section. The fight does begin. We've got the Hog now by Phoenix against Laser. This is going to be a tall order for Laser. Because has the sustainability. We did see this earlier where we actually will have to make an adjustment here. Yes, there it was. I just realized that I'm thinking the best of 8. It needs to be best of 3. So there will be 3 matches. There is the quick kill, though, as Team 2 looks to win. This is correct. Somebody did make a note. I apologize. It is actually best of 3 with the first to 5. Oh, no, correction. No, first to 5 points. I'm sorry. So there's 3 of these. First of 5. I swear I know my own rules. This is where we try and get involved for all of this. But look at the play of the game here coming out. Laser getting the kill over Phoenix. What a play. I have to say, that was great, though. We did see it already go in favor. But now, again, this is best of 3. So there's going to be 2 more matches. First to 5 points as we go right back into the next. Correct. Thank you. I'm reading the chat and casting at the same time. So what it's going to be is there will be a... Oop, custom game sent back to lobby. Sorry. Hold on one second. There are some technical difficulties. We will go ahead and pause just for a moment. So we will be back in just a moment, friends. Hello and welcome back, everybody. Glad to have you here. So, we have been coming and encountering some interesting issues with the battle fight, that there were some individuals, a handful actually, that were not able to check in for some reason. So, what we're looking to do right now is, for those that were unfortunately not able to check in, we cannot bring you back into the match. We cannot bring you back into the tournament just because of how Battlefy works. But we will look to just persevere through these 8 rounds, and I want to be completely open and honest that because of this, mix-up, people not completely being able to check in, we will, as the staff and myself, look to potentially do another one of these in the future. Like I said, we might even look to do it a little bit sooner just because of this technical difficulty, so that we can make sure that people do have an understanding how maybe a little bit better moving forward. But this is the learning. This is the learning curve. Again, this is the first time we've ever done it, and I know that there are hiccups all around. So what we'll do, and again, I do apologize and appreciate your patience and understanding, as we will now hop into this next one for the time being to keep it rolling, as we, like I said, will look to try and resolve that moving forward. And I will post an announcement here later this evening to address it so that all of us can be on the same page. So again, I do appreciate it and apologize for those that were having some issues. But without further ado, we're going to go ahead now. Again, this is best of 3. Each round, you have to get to 5. So, that will be now Phoenix and Laser going into their second matchup right now. With Phoenix coming out on the Winston, Laser on the Hog. Here comes the tank v tank battle. That Tesla cannon damage will be very useful if it can get in close counters, but Laser does have the advantage. That take a breather is going to be critical to use. The high ground trying to be obtained by Phoenix, the slow, steady play, and again, there are no health packs for this map. So really having to be careful on how the engage will happen. It's almost one of those things that it's that slow and steady race until potentially that center section, but wanting to hopefully get one to engage. And it's really going to be Laser trying to just buy some time on the low ground. Winston up top still waiting for that bubble potential to try and drop down. It did get an increase from patches a few times ago, so that will at least allow a point of entry. And you see the gap closing. Laser getting near. Phoenix going to take some damage now, potentially going to drop to the low ground. Going over top. Going to drop it with that Tesla cannon damage, trying to take him down, bobbing and weaving between the shield to try and mitigate some of the damage, doing a stellar job of it, but the hook will persevere as the Winston pick will go down, and no longer is Hog available here for Laser. Getting that early point. Hog, I feel, is one of those more safe picks because of the sheer pick potential, the ability to self-heal through the incoming damage. It's vital to have in these types of matches, but when you get it out of the way early, it is difficult to have later moment to try and change the tides. With now Laser going on to the Pharah, we saw some play. The Winston going to come out again here. This might not go too much in Phoenix's favor. Laser having the advantage for the ranged pick potential. Also just sheer damage to break down that shield. So Phoenix is going to have to play very strategically around this pillar, mitigating the damage. That high ground position in the air. Tesla cannon damage. The bubble is there. And now it's unfortunately just Phoenix being a sitting duck on the low ground as the Pharah continues to rain damage, but playing towards that shield very nicely until an opportunity arises to jump up into the air. Phoenix may look to try and play this safely underneath to force the Pharah to come, because once it does get to the control point aspect of this towards the center, it will start to tend a little bit in favor of Phoenix, but now the Winston going to be overrun with the damage trying to dive in. The height capability from this Pharah play is just so substantial, looking for the kill over it, and that will be Phoenix being brought down 2 points going in favor of Laser. Going to be some critical picks now coming out from Phoenix. We've seen now the Pharah and the Hog eliminated here for the side of Laser. What the next pick could be, we saw an Ashe come out for a hit scan. We've seen the Mei even be played, even though it was outmatched by Phoenix on the Pharah earlier. We will also look to see potentially that McCree play. See if it's similar. There it is, calling it towards the end. Laser will select it, and now Phoenix on this Zenyatta. The Discord Orb, again, trying to play to the strengths. We saw some great usage of the Discord Orb, but unfortunately couldn't match against the Roadhog earlier. But going against this McCree could give a better opportunity. Phoenix taking a little bit of damage early, but having that armor to try and generate. Looking to play these corners well, getting a nice pick, and that shield regenerates it. That's the biggest thing. If you don't get the headshot from the McCree onto the... Oh, no! Oh, no! He fell off like me! No! He fell off like me! Oh, no! I thought I was alone in the world, but Phoenix, you made me feel like a real individual that has stuff happen. I love you so much. It's great. Oh my goodness. Oh, I can't get mad at you for that, my man, because I had that happen to me. Totally had that happen to me. But now there's a long climb back as Laser will go on to that Ashe play. Got a quick pick early last time. Phoenix going to resort to the Discord Orb Zenyatta once again. Now as there's 3 points in favor of Laser, you see the steady hidden crouch, maintaining the inner Egyptian building. As you have Phoenix playing a far distant position on the high ground. Slow and steady. It's the cat and mouse game right now. Still subtly in favor of Laser because of just the sheer amount of damage that can be placed up early. But Phoenix gets the Discord, gets a couple ticks. There's the Dynamite taking down some of the health value. Laser dropping down, almost falling off the edge himself. But no! The Dynamite damage will take down Phoenix after a body shot. And now with 15 seconds to go, this is match point. Phoenix needs to look for a return sweep to try and turn this into his favor. That is a tall order, but this is where you have to play to your strengths. We've seen the repeated play of the Winston, now onto the Zenyatta. What can we see come out here that can turn it around? Laser on the Reaper, the self-sustaining healing and damage against the Phoenix Pharah play. This could be a great opportunity. That disadvantage of the long-range rockets coming against Laser on this Reaper does favor Phoenix here. Gonna have to be very careful of these shells coming out from overhead, forcing the Wraith form to maneuver away in the low ground, trying to force Phoenix to get close to an encounter. There is the reposition now on the high ground, trying to get for a flank and a reposition as Phoenix does see where Laser has maneuvered. Hit scan would have been very vital here, but again, going into this, you have no idea what type of hero you are going to go against. Now you see Phoenix starting to rain damage from overhead, looking for the kill onto Laser, 50% health. This is a slow and steady whittle away at the health value. Though Laser getting some moderate damage from a distance onto Phoenix, actually allowing the sustain. Phoenix needed to be very careful here as it gets really low. Laser gonna get so low, but can't get taken down, playing this ridge so carefully as Phoenix has 1 tick of health remaining. And just can't get the last tick. It's literally a few bits of healing left. Health at 9. Laser just hoping for a shred. Oh my goodness. I can't even. You've got 11 health to 10 health. Who is gonna get it? Now the control point becomes active. Oh no! It's going to be 7 HP versus... Oh! back and forth, 7-13. The control point is there. You have the Bree position on the low ground as Phoenix needs an explosive rocket to... No, and the self-kill is there! Oh, couldn't peek. Oh, no. Laser will claim victory here in this.
Play of the game.
As we will see the Ashe play. That is a win for round 1 for this featured broadcast. But again, Phoenix is not out of the thick yet. Still 7 more rounds to go where he will be paired against someone that is similar in number of wins to try and even the score. So with that being said, for those that are still finishing it up or have already completed, we will be able to go to a break briefly here to get the next featured map selected and bring you more 1v1 RichRad community hero action. Hello and welcome back, everybody. As we now are back, thank you so very much. I truly have to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you for your patience for those that are continuing to watch as we are going to get this next round underway. As I said, this is the first time we've ever done a 1v1, and there has been a plethora of issues that we have come to our attention that we are trying to resolve. But moving forward, we have made some adjustments to make it quick and to let you know this is round 2. Players for the remaining portion of these rounds in the Swiss-type style gameplay will be first to 5, no longer best of 3 first to 5, so that we can clean up the time that we spent with the current issue and allow us to still stay on broadcast timing. But as we do see these two individuals, we're going to have 2 Jetta along with Super Saiyan coming out here on the Hanzos to see who can reach 5 first to move into the next round. So both Hanzos now coming in. We've got Super Saiyan playing the low ground position and getting that spectral arrow out on these platforms, still looking to see who can get that early opportunity of damage. Now, Super Saiyan having the upper hand on the high ground overneath this balcony, trying to get some initial picks, but the spectral arrow once again giving some vision on the low ground. Nice job by Saiyan to continue keeping that pressure up. The storm arrow not yet expended on either side, really looking for an opportunity if they do get close to one another. Really nobody able to get a pick here, which is becoming very difficult around that center pillar. And the wall climbs really trying to get a high ground advantage, maneuvering quickly, and the time is now starting to wear low. Ooh, Storm Arrow's coming out though by 2 Jetta, getting a decent amount of damage onto Super Saiyan with the rotation around that center pillar already almost getting taken down. Arrow to the back. Super Saiyan tries to get some shots, and oh my goodness, Super Saiyan at the deficit right now of a health value manages to take out 2 Jetta.
Select your hero.
Whoo, man, that was great. Oh, you thought Super Saiyan was out of it as 2 Jetta gets domed by the arrow. 1 point now in favor of Super Saiyan. And again, for those that are coming in with a slight adjustment, like I said, it will be first to 5. No longer having the Hanzo available for Super Saiyan since the victory was gained, but Super Saiyan going to go onto the Winston. And as 2 Jetta says in the chat, oh no. To try and take down this monkey, the storm arrows are going to be critical, not only for breaking down the barrier, but also depleting the health value of the monkey. Jumping in on the high ground, that Tesla cannon damage, but the dash is going to actually help 2 Jetta here, breaking down this barrier. The wall climb as well, going to be very important to try and get some decent damage onto Super Saiyan, getting low, taking the arrows to the face. No healing capable for this map. Again, no health packs as the Winston jumps to the backside. Saiyan going to force down that barrier to try and get some Tesla cannon damage, bringing it about even health value, but no, Saiyan with a low health value tries to go in for the dive, but takes an arrow to the dome and will not be able to move forward as it's going to be a 1-to-1. Oh, wait a second. That was actually, what? 2 Jetta claimed the kill. Oh my goodness, correction. I got that mixed up. Sorry, friends. Got my sides mixed up. But now it's an even 1-for-1. Even 2 Jetta a little bit. Oh, yes. The oh no out the doors, but the oh yes at the win. As we've got 2 Jetta going onto the Roadhog with the Baptiste having a lovely soup. In this cold, cold weather, mind you. Now looking to try and play this high ground position. The Immortality Field will be critical for Super Saiyan to try and take down 2 Jetta. But this is, again, one of those moments where Roadhog is kind of like a win assurance in some cases. just because there are very few, I think, that could take him 1v1. The self-sustain, the hook potential, the damage, the sweet spot, the range, the immortality field comes out as Soup. Oh, no! Going to just move outside of the circle to Jetta, turning it back around and now having 2-1 in a score.
Select your hero.
Ooh, let's go is right, friends. With us now having 10 seconds before the door opens to see what this will have in store. We've seen some decent play already from both sides. The selection is absolutely important going into this. Will be a 76 coming out here by Jetta and a Sigma by Super Saiyan with the lovely pumpkins to toss. Jetta really needing to be careful. The hardest part here for Jetta is that shield and the kinetic grasp. There's so much damage mitigation on Super Saiyan to try and contest against this hit scan, regardless of the self-sustain that 76 has with that healing zone. It's going to be so difficult and really going to have to just break the shield down slowly but surely, play these outer walls. But even then, the longer this fight goes on, the more difficult it's going to become, because once that control point becomes active in the center, it's going to force Jet to get near that Sigma play. Super Saiyan now needs some more Super Saiyan. I see that, chat. As Jetta gets low, the healing zone is there. The damage is real, though. Almost gets the pick onto Jetta. And now, really just waiting for that healing zone again. 1 HP. Literally 1 HP. Healing zone coming back online to generate some health here. But no, going to be taken low. The accretion just going to miss. Jetta having to sprint away again. This will be a timed matchup now. It's going to matter immensely. Super Saiyan taking some damage here, though. Oh my goodness! The shield goes down. The kinetic grasp is going to be there. Jetta might just have a chance. The healing zone available. Going to drop it just behind this building to regain some health as Super's now getting near a regen of that armor. Trying to around the outside. 76 with the sprint, giving a lot of advantage here to try and keep some distance as the now consistent damage comes out from Saiyan. 69 health remaining for Jetta. 11% before the control point becomes active. 59 health still getting whittled away piece by piece as Super Saiyan takes some damage once again, looking to try and get blocked with the shield, having to drop down as the healing zone is no longer available. The accretion on the low ground manages to dodge it. Almost 200 health generated back with that healing zone. Playing the inner side, the Helix Rocket going to try and find some value every time it does pick up, and you have Super Saiyan. Oh, and the control point is going to go to Jetta. Just sticking close enough to it. Super Saiyan outside of the circle.
Select your hero.
And this is nearing that match point, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my. Let us see what Super Saiyan is going to have in store for this. We've seen some great selection come out by Jetta, some great positioning as well with the 76. I honestly don't think that would have worked out as well with a less mobile character with the, oh my goodness! Lucio into McCree. Super Saiyan now going to be able to get that flashbang and hopeful shutdown onto Jetta. But the mobility by the Lucio and the aggression from Jetta could be enough to keep and whittle this hit scan character down. Playing the outer side, you see Super Saiyan playing back very far to keep a wider view and positional advantage over the Lucio play by Jetta. Going on the low ground, trying to walk the wall. Super Saiyan getting some shots on him quickly. Needing to be careful. That sidestepping by Jetta on this Lucio is actually quite substantial, getting a lot of value here. The flashbang is going to be critical. If Jetta gets close enough, it's going to be the advantage for Super Saiyan. There's the flashbang, the damage almost getting Jetta, but the heal is there. Oh, that was so close, and it will be Jetta getting the 4th point going into match. Oh my goodness, what a stellar flashbang, but didn't get a massive amount of damage or the headshot to secure the kill onto the surviving Lucio. With 10 seconds now to go, this is a long haul for Super Saiyan to get back into this. But it's still a chance. Now as we take a look, it's going to be Jetta against the Orisa with the puppy in hand. I'm rooting for, I'm not trying to be biased, but I'm totally rooting for Super Saiyan because that they have my Orisa. Oh man. Let's see now. We've got that Orisa play on the high ground. Going to utilize the shield. The halt is going to be critical too, but the deflect needs to be watched out for because that can deal a significant amount of damage. The dash in, the halt, giving some distance. Fortifying, getting come out by Super Saiyan. Trying to play the high ground with the shield available. But this bob and weave, early damage already. Those shurikens taking Super Saiyan down to half health already. There's the dash again, the halt, the deflect, consistent applied pressure. The chase has to happen. Now, no longer having the dash, looking to get now to Jeddah super low. Only having 57 health. Trying to deflect it. There's the shurikens, but the shield is there. Super Saiyan having to be careful. The dash is going to come up in just a moment, and that's going to be the clean victory, allowing it to secure it, and there it is! The dash comes through! Team 2, as to Jeddah, will claim the victory over Super Saiyan as we will go into round 3 of our next broadcasted Swiss matchup. Let's take a look at the play of the game, though. The Hog, the full man with a belly so big. Against the Baptiste. Let's take a look at this because we saw the immortality field dropped, repositioning on the inner side, but just maneuvered to the outside of the circle, I believe, or that there was some jump action there that didn't matter and got the kill. What an interesting play between the two, and again, that was absolutely stellar. And now we will go ahead to a brief break once again for your patience as we complete the remaining rounds going into the third. And we will see who the next featured matchup is for your viewing pleasure, friends. Hello and welcome back, everybody, as we bring you another round. I am going to tell you right now that this has been one heck of a day, and we, with everything going on, have been whittling it down because of check-ins, that there is 11 matches going on right now, so 22 individuals that still remain. And again, I appreciate all of you and your understanding as we're going to get this next match underway between White Rabbit and I'm going to say it so wrong. I always say it wrong. I'm sorry in advance. Foreign. I'm so. But we're going to do this. We're going to have a moment. Just. As we get input, Forian is going to be the proper. That's because the caster didn't read up on his enunciation. So we've got Forian versus White Rabbit. This is where RichRad needs his help because I told you I'm really bad when it comes to English. So we're gonna go ahead and hop in, and it is going to be on the map of Black Forest. Now, between these two so far, we've seen some interesting plays already. I'm curious to see how it's going to turn out here. And if we look a little bit further back between the two, we had White Rabbit on the earlier one win both matches from, unfortunately, elimination. But we also did have another here for Foe coming out with that win as well with a complete takeover. As we are going into the round again, it will be the first to 5. 5 points is the winning number, friends. Changing up the map is we're going to have Forian coming out on the Tracer with White Rabbit on the Ana. This sleep dart is going to be critical to land to try and prevent that Tracer from getting any sort of mobility and circling White Rabbit. Now, with Forian on this backside, we've seen some Tracer play before. I've tuned in a couple of times here onto the stream of Forian. Get some great vision. The Bionade to heal back up to try and contest it. The dart's not yet landing. The resets are there for dashes, trying to compete. White Rabbit already at about half health, but you see Forian getting some decent damage. The Bionade gonna land, forcing the recall, and the follow-up! Oh my goodness! Literally 2 HP against White Rabbit! The melee is there as White Rabbit takes the first point! Oh, man! Skirting on the edge of the cliff was Foe on the Tracer. I mean, my goodness. Oh, man. Whew. I cannot wait to see what this next selection is. I can guarantee you both were on the edge of their seats for that one. With the next round here going to be Forian on the Ana and going to have White Rabbit on the whole hog. Oh, this Bionade is going to be critical. If there is enough damage shot onto White Rabbit, followed up by the Bionade, that's going to allow the prevention of a take a breather from regenning any health, giving the opportunity to Forian on this 1v1 battle. High ground almost getting hooked. White Rabbit taking a ton. There's the Bionade, but coming up late. Too much damage already coming out. Forian on the front getting a lot of damage put onto this. That splash damage is so huge, but White Rabbit almost being... Oh, it just went in favor of White Rabbit. Oh my goodness, that split second, Forian so close. What a stellar play on this Ana to almost take down the beast himself. But to be fair, it would have been a draw if it was a couple seconds earlier. That is how close it would have been. As we go now into the next one, it's going to be Forian on the Ana, feeling confident against the McCree as White Rabbit comes out to try and see who will claim victory for this third point, or potentially the first on the side of foe. Now taking the high ground once again, White Rabbit has done this consistently. Forian should be prepared for this since it has been a consistent play from not only the Roadhog, but also on this McCree. Half health already, getting a decent amount. And again, the survival goes in favor of Forian. Beautiful Bionade around the corner, trying to get White Rabbit low enough as the Sleep Tart whizzes by the head of the Cowboy. That hit scan, though, still going to be critical, trying to scope in, keeping the distance, and Bionade to keep that health value high, almost back to full health, as White Rabbit seems to maneuver through these pillars. Sleep Tart gonna miss, thought the consistent movement was gonna be there for White Rabbit. Now gonna get Bionaded on the inside, doesn't hit. Health value still about even for the two, just in favor of foe at the moment. Rotating around the inner side, looking for the chance. Sleep Dart gonna miss, going on the high ground. White Rabbit looking for the opportunity as the flashbang is getting closer and closer to the opportunity. But no! There is Forian getting the first point on the board to make it a 2-1 in favor of White Rabbit.
Prepare for battle. Select your
Oh my goodness. Let's now see as we have the 2-1 score. 10 seconds remaining. The support has been played back-to-back by Forian, utilizing that Bionade to really make sure and prevent any sort of healing to come out, and also just using that long lob, with now Forian gonna go on the Cowboy himself as White Rabbit opts to take the support play this time around. Now, the Immortality Field, as we've seen before, can be a huge advantage for this Baptiste player. The AoE healing as well to be active, to keep securing that survival, to go head-to-head. That's going to be the biggest thing here, is if White Rabbit can get close enough to Forian and drop the Immortality Field and go toe-to-toe with this damage to survive through the shots by Forian, that's going to give the opportunity for White Rabbit to claim this third point. Dropping down, going to the Immortality Field, dashing in. We do have Forian needed to be very careful. Can't seem to get that taken out as White Rabbit utilizes the Immortality Field as a huge advantage and claims that third point. And that's what I was talking about. If you go into the engage and allow yourself to get close enough to your opponent and you stick within that circle and there is no ability to maneuver around these objects to get cover from that Baptiste play, it is such a devastating recovery for anyone to try and fight it, and even for a tank. We saw it barely happen earlier with the Roadhog versus the Baptiste, as now we have a hit scan versus the aerial bird. White Rabbit coming out onto this Pharah, most likely feeling a little uneasy. Forian having this hit scan along with the dynamite and this reposition by the Viper shot. Early damage coming out though onto Forian. Direct rocket getting a huge amount of damage. The dynamite up top, and it won't matter. There is White Rabbit now claiming the fourth point and reaching this match point.
Select your hero.
15 seconds to go. Last chance now for Forian to try and turn the tides here. A tall order and a decent amount of character options for sustainability to go in this to try and compete. White Rabbit did have one loss so far, with Forian going on the Cowboy, and now against White Rabbit on the Mei. Keeping a distance here will be absolutely critical. If you move too far forward into the Mei, that freeze will lock you down, but at the same time, Forian has to play somewhat potentially close to this because of the flashbang. Early Icicle, though, White Rabbit forcing the cryo freeze. This is a chance for now Foe to move in, looking for an opportunity, but the wall is going to be there to block it, and the freeze now potentially coming out with that left click to try and freeze Foe. Moving out of the high ground, the chase begins. White Rabbit just about even in health value right now by just a small margin of difference. White Rabbit having the advantage, waiting it out to use the cryo freeze here to generate that full health value back. But White Rabbit's actually not going to risk it. Just consistently looking for this pick. I don't know if I feel okay about that, because if you see the collapse by foe with the flashbang, going to try and get the pick here, moving forward. No, and that's not going to be enough. The flashbang comes out a second too late. And it will be White Rabbit able to claim victory in this round 3. Let's take a look at the highlight here as White Rabbit does get the Rocket Barrage play of the game graphic. Getting that single explosive damage, the direct hit underneath the feet with the displacement right into the rocket against the wall. Great plays coming out from both sides. But again, we do not see foe going anywhere just yet, carrying into the next round, seeing who they will be paired with based upon their points scored so far in the previous round. We had another lightning fast one come through with these players not wanting to draw out the time. So we're going to go to one quick break to make sure that the others finalize their round 3 so we can bring you a round 4 and keep the action coming to you live. Hello and welcome back, everybody. So, I do have to tell you that you are getting a special featured round of round 3. There was a little bit of a delay, but they still met the check-in timing. So we're going to start this one a little late so we can at least still bring you some action, as this will be most likely the last match of round 3. We will check in for round 4 and continue to bring you this action as we've got 2 hours still remaining. Don't think we'll reach it, but you never know. As we go into this, it will be 2 Jetta versus Anna Banana, and we've got Anna Banana on the Widow with the Hanzo coming out by 2 Jetta. These two going at it hand-to-hand. That grapple on the high ground, trying to find some sightlines onto 2 Jetta. Not going to find the head of that Hanzo, the Shimada brother, on the high ground, looking for some vision with that spectral arrow, dashing down to the low ground. Storm arrows are going to be the best benefit here. Ooh! Banana getting picked out midway in the air, leaving herself vulnerable, but she is still not out of the fight just yet. Venomine going to be dropped to try and get some early taking damage onto 2 Jetta, who's been able to maneuver around this position. Oh, and 2 Jetta finds the arrow right into the thigh of Widowmaker. Now, as we go into this next one, we have seen the elimination on Hanzo for 2 Jetta. No longer available moving forward. I would not be surprised to see a Roadhog coming out, because that is a typical early pick to secure the lead, allowing players to try and change up their type of composition, see what maybe they can use later. We've got Anna Banana with that lovely gold medal going on the McCree, as 2 Jetta comes out here with the 76. Crowd control versus sustainability. That's going to be these two dynamics coming out here. Anna Banana has to be very careful to not get whittled down from this mid-range to long-range hit scam, as we have now the 1-0. Anna Banana really just rotating around the side, looking for an opportunity to get close for that flashbang, which is going to be critical to use. And you see the aggression. 2 Jetta going to jump right quick, as now Anna looks for that stun. Does get it! There's the double tap and the tumble with a follow-up melee just over the corpse of 76. Grandpa not able to move fast enough here. And that's one of those things that 2 Jetta was a little bit too aggressive on. Could have played further back, wanting to find Anna Banana because the low ground position was there, but because of that nice stair rotation up to the high ground, it gave the opportunity for the flashbang to be in range, and 2 Jetta was able to survive that damage. Now we've got Anna Banana on the May, the Ice Queen, the one and only true bait of our existence, against 2 Jetta, who is on the Ana. Now, it will be slightly, I feel, in favor of Anna Banana, just because the cryo freeze in the wall to block sleep darts, to move her around, the icicle still for a distance. 2 Jetta already going to get hit by 1 so far, looking for a second. And this is what I talked about, that opportunity of forcing the cryo freeze. The Bionade is still available for 2 Jetta to survive. Using it now no longer has it, and this is a chance in the back line for Anna Banana to really start to get back into this fight. And again, full health, both of these using their abilities to survive through incoming damage to wait for an opportunity for a kill. Anna Just looking through these window ports, trying to find some decent shots for those icicles to land. And we also have to take into consideration of this health value differentiation. 50 more health in favor of Ana. Now, needing to be careful, taking an early dart. The wall is going to try and block some of those sight lines through that position. Does get a pick, though, forcing out the... Whoa, the Bionade, and now back to the dart. Cryo Freeze going to come out. Tujetta not going to have that Bionade quick enough. Almost gets the sleep. That would have been perfect for Tujetta to try and collapse as the Bionade starts to bring that health value right back up. And again, it's the battle of sustainability as this capture area does become active in 25 seconds. Slightly ahead in health value for the side of now Ana Banana with that crowd freeze. But you see on the inside, here's the sleep dart gonna miss it as the wall comes up, dropping down to the lower position. Ana Banana trying to find the lower position to get some extra damage, just peeking the corner as Tujetta looks to maneuver over this wall. Not gonna take the engage here because the second that Tujetta gets close enough to Banana, she's got the advantage. The sleep dart though, onto the control point. Is it gonna last for long enough? Trying to capture it, and it's going to happen. Oh my goodness, the sleep dart claims the win for Tujetta for that point. Oh my! That was the most critical sleep dart I've ever seen in my entire life. Oh man! I am speechless at this moment. As we go now into a fourth match between these two, looking to see who will take this next point. The Pharah from Ana Banana and Tujetta on the 76. The hit scan to counter the aerial position. Oh my. As we see if Ana Banana can turn this around against the hit scan. Close encounter as I feel going to be the best option to try and get enough splash damage onto this as Tujetta continues to grow distance between the two and having the sustainability of that healing zone. It's going to be very difficult for Banana to really try and manage this character. Taking some decent shots already. Tujetta having a lot of rockets thrown. Here comes that close proximity, though. This might be an opportunity here for Banana to get some decent picks, but you see instantly Tujetta is going to retreat back. Not going to risk it. You saw the play earlier happen to try and compete against the McCree, and it did not work. Now bringing it out into this match, being cognizant of that range advantage on the 76. Looking for the boom bomb, but the Helix rocket is going to get the kill before it. Oh no, what a worthy play by Banana, but coming up just shy. Oh, if that Helix rocket didn't land, that would have been a win for Banana. What a play. That's the Helix rocket Gilgamesh was looking for on me the other day when we were doing this for the first time ever. Going now into this next round, 3-1 in favor of Tujetta. May going to be the selection by Ana Banana, competing against Tujetta on the Widow. This is going to be a critical opportunity for Ana Banana to get close onto Tujetta after the grapple is down. The headshot has to be found quickly by Tujetta to shut down this May. The hard part is, too, Ana Banana, if she does go into that cryo freeze, needs to make sure that she is not open to be picked off by Tujetta, repositioning for this Widow hit shot. Now, as the maneuvering in the backside, bobbing and weaving, the cat and mouse game continues. The wave even by Tujetta. Looking for a shot, can't manage to get it. The wall comes up to block it. You see that Venom Mine being thrown out to try. Ooh, nice icicle onto the Widowmaker. And again, this is where it starts to fall in favor of Ana Banana. You have no sustainability when it comes to the Widowmaker because there is no healing capability. That Venom Mine hoping to trigger to at least start to get some damage and vision onto Ana Banana here because the grapple going very aggressive, trying to get close. But the icicles come out, trying to close the gap. The freeze is going to be there. The left click, the cryo freeze comes out though. As the Venom Mine is near, will reposition and run from it. Does not engage it to take that taking damage. 123 health still remaining on Tujetta as this center position will become the control point soon. Heavily favoring. Oh, and they do have vision now on one another through the wall with that 30 seconds before the now center becomes active. Looking for the headshot out of it. Not going to find the pick. The wall comes up too late. With the grapple on the high ground, looking for the 360 no scope. Trying to get the picks onto Ana Banana. The reload is there. almost getting the kill. Anna Banana needed to use this cryo freeze, coming out just in time and being on the control point. The pillar is in the way, blocking part of the body. The shot not going to come out here on the side for the Widowmaker as Tujetta gets very, very low. The grapple into the center. Now Anna needs to get onto the point to contest it, managing to do so, holding on for dear life as this now last-ditch opportunity comes out. The shot's not going to come out for Tujetta. Both health values about even, but now in favor of Anna Banana. The wall is there. The freeze needs to come through. Has to get close in proximity as Tujetta is unable to leave this control point as the picks around the corner. Can't manage to land the shot as Anna Banana still tries to do whatever she can. The freeze is there, potentially going to close the gap. 136 health. The heal again from the cryo freeze. The wall blocking it needs to go in to try and get this freeze on the front side to shut down the Widow. The contest still continuing. This pillar being literally the opportunity. There's the icicle, the slow, going to get the kill. Tujetta finally going to take the risky play to take down Banana and will not be able to do so.
Prepare for battle.
To be fair,
Select
this
your
would have gone 100% in favor of Anna Banana in a matter of seconds because the ultimate was about to come online. The blizzard on that control zone would have forced Tujetta either into an unfavorable fight or off of the circle, claiming the victory. So at this point, Tujetta had no other option to move forward with and had to take the risk. Anna Banana now going on the Widow. It's the 1v1, the real truest of true 1v1s with the Widow battle coming in hand. And who will claim victorious in this headshot battle? Anna Banana looking now to see if that grapple is available, looking to go up high. Tujetta looking for a shot, has already gotten warmed up slightly on this Widowmaker from the match prior, so could have an advantage over Anna Banana here with that Venom Mine in the backside. Looking to go onto the low ground. You cannot yet see where their positioning is. There's the grapple on the high ground. Advantage here for Anna Banana if she can find a favorable position through this doorway. Oh, it does find it! Anna Banana getting it, making it an even 3-3.
to 3. Prepare for battle.
Oh, man!
Select your hero.
Wow! That was like me when I was playing Widowmaker the other day and people were just completely getting tilted by the fact that I actually have some capabilities of playing the hit scan that is Widowmaker. But the score is now even 3-3 as we are looking to still complete this round 3 of matches before going into the 4th. As the Lucio support play comes out by Tujetta. We've seen this before, Anna Banana on the Moira, and this will be the survival of the fittest on the supports. Both capable of healing through incoming damage, but also dealing a significant amount. And the positional height advantage, though, is in favor of Tujetta. Using these walls to elevate their position. The fade is an option here for Anna Banana to try and bob and weave through damage and incoming pressure. On this low ground, though, Anna Banana gonna force the fade, actually going for an engage. The orb gonna now not go in favor to deal some damage, but Tujetta looking to heal through at the area of effect. There comes the explosive damage, trying to stick close to Tujetta, but can't seem to do so. Banana on the low ground, generating health back quickly as Tujetta still tries to keep its distance, making sure that those sound beats will be able to claim the kill onto Anna Banana, withstanding a lot of it. Tujetta getting very aggressive going in for the fight, but still consistently focusing onto it. The fade might just be used to try and get close. The chase is there, but the wall ride will supersede it, and Anna Banana is a dog without a bone right now, trying to regroup to contest against Tujetta. Looking to jump in. There's the orb sticking very well inside of that room. If Tujetta was unable to get out of there, that would have been a significant amount of damage to claim the kill, and Tujetta having to force this beat versus mobility onto the healing to try and just shut down this harass from Anna Banana. And as we've seen how this has played out, it still goes in favor of Anna Banana when the control point becomes active. Lucio playing that inner statue will not have the survivability needed in this close proximity towards the center. Tujetta still getting pressured back. Anna Banana looking for an opportunity to fade in for an engage and still throwing that orb, dodging back and going to rotate towards the statue as the capture area will become active shortly. Healing through it, getting near. You see the Lucio trying to maneuver around, but Anna knows that that control position is going to be advantageous to start this off. Tujetta getting low, still trying to amp through that healing as it's booped back, almost off the point. Great usage of the boop to try and get Anna Banana off the point as it's still 3-3 even contest. Rotating around the inner side, now it's Tujetta on the disadvantage, trying to make their way back into this as the coalescence becomes active. Will the sound barrier be enough in time? Using this beam, the Kamehameha, the Kaioken times 10, trying to get the kill and will not be able to follow up. Anna Banana going around the outside, and again, the longer this continues to play, there's the kill, and Tujetta falls short with Anna Banana surpassing the score and now on match point.
Select your hero.
I I gotta tell you, this is actually a lot more intense than even I anticipated. Like, this is actually super fun, friends. Not gonna lie. There's a little bit of delay when it comes to that timing when the control point becomes active, but man, is this exciting as we go into this potential match point for Anna Banana. There's the golden medal as if it were a medal, as it's to Jeddah going on the Roadhog. A secure pick here to try and bring it to another map, making it a final 4-4 for a match point between the two. Anna Banana, this 76 has a lot of work to do to break down this Roadhog. To Jeddah, playing that opposite side, keeping distance, and trying to just see where the 76 is for a pick potential. That combination of the hook shot and melee will be critical to claim early. If only the gap can be closed between these two. The sprint is allowing Anna Banana to get a lot of advantage here, but like we talked about this, we had the Mei when it became advantageous for the player to use that capture point. In this case, Jeddah has the upper hand here and will most likely look to play that center circle, having the late advantage in this fight as Anna Banana tries to whittle away the health value one health point at a time. Jeddah not going to risk it, still playing the counter side, going to actually drop down here. Taking a breather, really generating a lot of ult charge, but keeping on pace with Anna Banana. Still at about 37+% for both sides, whittling away. The sustain is even, but the pressure on the control point will be massive, especially when you have 600 health to work with versus the 76, who does not have nearly as much health going into this, as it's only going to be that 200 health value to work with. The gap being closed to Jeddah, almost getting a hook potential onto Anna as the 15 seconds remain before the capture point unlocks. They both have vision of one another. So now you can see the aggression by Jeddah, looking for the hook, not going to make it, 66 HP, dropping that healing zone on the high ground, but still maneuvering away from that shotgun damage. Control point going to be active here. Helix Rocket clipping Roadhog nicely. The hook going to miss, now unloading damage, but it is heavily in favor of Jeddah. The heal is there. 2 HP will not happen. And we are taking it to a 9th map to try and see who will claim this 5th point in round 3.
Select your hero.
Woo-hoo-hoo. What a play. And again, it's one of those strategic things that you have to really... You have to go into it with a mentality of knowing that you're going against the Roadhog, who will look to outlast you and really try and take that fight on the transition to that control point. You saw it. The Helix Rocket came out by Anna Banana, looking to follow up the damage, and now we're going to see Anna Banana coming out with that 76 once again here against Jeddah, who has the Genji. The deflect is really, really helpful for the Genji to deflect a lot of that incoming damage, especially when it comes to that Helix Rocket. But to be fair, the survival is still in favor of Anna Banana, having that healing zone to make sure to reduce any sort of type of damage that's coming in. Gaining the health. Here's the dash, though, coming in quickly. Anna Banana trying to survive. The deflect is there, using the healing zone, as it's still anyone's game. On the high ground, you do see Jeddah playing very carefully on this Genji, using a lot of skill in mobility, utilizing this wall run to get up to the high ground. The agility is coming through. The deflect is no longer available, and now the healing zone is there. Can Anna Banana manage to find this pick potential onto Jeddah? Again, not having that ability to heal is going to be very difficult. There's the dash melee as the shurikens come through. Anna Banana now in a difficult spot. Shurikens coming through on the front side as the deflect is there, trying to buy some time. Not gonna happen, and Anna Banana coming up short. That maneuver around that just archway and underpass near the bell was just so difficult for Anna Banana to try and manage. You've got Jeddah with the play of the game here as the sharpshooter, taking down that Pharah play. But still, a 5-4 point score is still very, very close. Anyone's game there. On the boot, you see it. It was an even exchange, friends. As now we take a look at this next round. So, like I said, that was the last match in round 3. So, what we're going to do is we're going to allow the next round to begin shortly. They were the last 2, so once they tabulate their scores, we will go into the next one. So, we'll be about halfway of this 8. And because we've reduced it now to best of 5 for only 1 match, we should still be on par for timing for the rest of this evening to try and compensate for the early extended delays that we did have. But with that being said, the typical picks that are coming out midway towards the fight, or early, to be honest, is going to be the Roadhog. And It's going to be very consistent, I think, through all games. The biggest reason why is because of that point presence. You have a high health value. You have a great pick potential. The sustainability is there. And that management of a control point towards the center of the map is really advantageous for any player on that Roadhog. So I feel like it's a safe pick. It's really, if you want to throw it out there to say, whatever they're going to play next, I really just want to test the waters. There have been some few occasions where the Roadhog did manage to actually be taken in other occasions, especially when it came to the tank-to-tank battle. That was where it started to fall short, specifically when I actually had the opportunity of playing versus a Roadhog as the Orisa. Now, with the Orisa, because it has that type of shield, you can maneuver between the shield itself to try and mitigate those shotgun shells and also block the hook. Regardless of it being reduced from the 900 to 600 HP, there is still a lot of time to use to your advantage to whittle away at the Roadhog, especially when you rotate that Orisa shield into the Fortify. There is no opportunity for hook. The reduction in damage is absolutely helpful in every way, shape, and form when it comes to competing against that kind of character, and it's just such a great potential counter. Even so, I would also even suggest the Sigma as a hog counter. Again, you're going into this blind, so you're not 100% sure whether or not it will be known going into it, but if you see that it's a reoccurring thing, you can maybe take those few tank options early to try and gain the advantage. We haven't seen too much when it comes to reporting the scores for you. Thank you so very much. I appreciate that, Univeth. And then we can just go ahead and let me know once we get that fourth round ready. And we'll get to see who the next dynamic 2 will be going head-to-head as we enter into this midway point of the night. And again, thank you so very much for all of you that have been tuning in and being a part of this as we continue to work through all of the kinks for this being the first time that we have ever done the 1v1. So we'll go ahead now to a brief break just for a moment. Since I think we are updating the bracket, we will give information on who the 2 highlighted players will be for this next round. So don't go anywhere, friends. If you do go somewhere, definitely get some water and snacks because we've got some more action coming very soon. Hello and welcome back, everybody, as we enter into our round 4 of the 1v1. We have seen some amazing gameplay, a clutch last-moment play there against Anna Banana just before this one, as we are now going to be seeing Darth Squid and Phantom X going head-to-head onto our lovely frosty and icy map in Eco Point. As we have these two getting underway, I was making that common point when it came to the 2 potential tank battles. And like I said, I would not be surprised. I take that back. Let me correct myself. I'm actually a little surprised at how little of the tank lineup outside of the Roadhog we've seen. We've only really seen the Winston be the alternative play, and one occasion, at least on stream, that we've seen of the Sigma. And it's really been a unique play because no one wants to go into a Reinhardt where you're just completely bound by that melee and getting outmaneuvered, or, you know, even having... I'm surprised also to not see a D.Va with the adjustment to the rocket boosters to close the gap, the damage mitigation by the defense matrix. There's a lot of things that I think would allow that to still be an opportunity of a tanky choice to try and have a health value, in addition to not only managing the tank itself, but also having the D-Mech to play baby D.Va to get back into the mech. It's almost like a second attempt to really go into each fight. But we're going to have Darth Squid coming out on the Tracer with Phantom leading with the McCree. And this is a favorable pick for Phantom X. That ground control to shut down is a great counter to the Tracer play. But this health just being whittled away by Darth Squid. There's the recall, force the flash. Ooh, no, never mind. It still held on to it. Nice job by Phantom. Thought I saw it in that early point, but keeping it might have just been the critical play necessary as Darth Squid used the recall early. Can't manage to get that health back at this point. There's the flashbang and huge pick, knowing the dash reset as the Tracer body falls to the ground. 1 point in favor of Phantom X, no longer having the McCree accessible at this moment. Between these two, it will be an interesting next selection. I would not be surprised to see Darth Squid still trying to pick something in high mobility. I could swear that I've seen Darth Squid play before in those types of champions, as we have Phantom now on the Ashe, but we're going to have the Mei coming out by Darth Squid, looking for survival and sustainability, utilizing this lovely extra icy cold environment to help that Mei get the kill necessary. As Phantom gets almost taken out by an icicle. Practically domed here. That health value so low, 50 HP remaining as... Oh, there's the double. Second ice right into the face. Somebody's making snow cones, and it's definitely not Phantom. Darth Squid looking to have a nice bite going into this next one as it's a 1-1 point score, first to 5. Few seconds still remaining. And the part that's really nice in this map is the high ground. There's a lot of these catwalks to really utilize, and there's a lot of walls to your access in close proximity to that bridgeway. But despite that, the Widowmaker versus the hit scan of McCree on the Darth Squid side could be enough to turn this around. The grapple high overhead by Phantom, trying to find a vantage point early as the Venom Mine comes out far in the back. Really not yet seeing where the McCree play is. We can see it towards the right. And not really too sure. Phantom playing cautiously. Does not want to be ambushed with this flashbang to get a nice follow-up. The crouch. There's the sightline, though. Finally getting Darth Squid ticked down just above half health. 101, like the Dalmatians. With Darth Squid trying to go onto the high ground, playing so ever slowly to wait for potentially where that Widowmaker might be. And this is where it becomes even more difficult, even if... Oh, there it is! The body shot doesn't matter! Boom! Darth Squid taken out by Phantom X. That patient play. As we now have a lovely raid coming in by the amazing, amazing Refused. We've got our Great Star Esports Live joining us after their tournament that was just going on, as we're bringing you some interesting 1v1 action in this first to 5, as we've got Phantom X coming out on the Sigma with Darth Squid coming out with a Wrecking Ball. First time we've seen in a while, two tanks going head-to-head right now on this 1v1 with Phantom X on the high ground for this early positional advantage. The survivability, there's a lot on both sides. Both have the ability to generate that armor and protective barrier to withstand some damage. Darth Squid playing carefully, getting some early damage onto Phantom X. As Phantom X rotates around this inner position, there's the Wrecking Ball looking for a potential stun. Can't seem to find it, as you can tell that Phantom X does not want to tread out into the open. That opportunity of being knocked down and displaced. Here comes the accretion, getting a stun onto Darth Squid, regardless of the armor generated. And again, with that ability for Darth Squid on the Wrecking Ball, it is based upon how many enemies are around you to generate a type of shield. But with that being said, since there's only one member, the shield is not nearly as large as it could be. And now both players about even in health value, but the armor generation coming out by Phantom X is significantly more advanced to try and compete against this. Wrecking Ball going in for the pile drive. Darth's gonna try and maneuver through, half health just below it, as Phantom X still tries to get the pick on this low ground and trying to collapse onto it. Darth Squid looking for the stun, getting that damage, not going to have that opportunity for the armor just yet. Does get taken down. Sigma making sure that it's a third point in the pocket, as there is 2 more still to go for Phantom X to go into this next round.
Select your hero.
And again, for those that are tuning in, it is first to 5, as we are in a Swiss-style format. 8 rounds in total, as we are currently on our 4th, halfway through for the evening, to see who will go into the best of 8 that will come to follow tomorrow and potentially Wednesday as a double elimination. And again, welcome to those that are here. We are glad to have you. With 3 points in favor of Phantom X, 1 for Dark Squid. If you'd like to find out not only more about the bracket and the tournament itself, you can definitely use that exclamation point tournament to get the intel, along with also finding out more about the Discord, where we will actually be having a 6v6 tournament as well, beginning on February 3rd with 2 divisions. But Darth Squid now getting a swift kill! Unbelievable onto Phantom X! I can't even believe how lightning fast that was. I'm gonna be completely honest. That engage was crazy. As we now will go into another map, or another match, correction. 3 points for Phantom X, 2 for Dark Squid. The Genji no longer available now. Again, for those that are curious, whenever you win a round in this first to 5 with a hero, you are no longer capable of using said hero. It allows the opportunity to change up every round. Phantom X coming out on the hog, and we talked about this being a safe pick. Just because you have that survivability capabilities As you have the Hog drop to the low ground against this Moira, Dark Squid does have some opportunity to withstand the incoming damage, and also having that fade will make sure that the evasion for the hook is there. And again, as they continue to battle out around this pillar in the center, damage coming onto Phantom, but the Take a Breather still allowing a lot of health. What will happen after the course of time if this continues to extend? The first step will be both enemies can see one another, as there's 30 seconds remaining to a control point becoming active. So this does not go on indefinitely. You will have the Roadhog most likely claiming point presence on the lower central section. There's the hook getting Dark Squid, and the combo is there with a melee kill from Phantom, now reaching the match potential point.
Select your hero.
Yes, indeed. You can pick anyone. But once you claim victory with that character, you are unable to use them consecutively or at all after for the remainder of the match. Now, as this is match point for Phantom, a lot rides on the shoulders of Dark Squid to try and see what the selection is going to be to counter and keep in this game. And it's going to be a Symmetra against Phantom, who is on a Reaper. Not yet seen a Symmetra play so far. Early aggression by Phantom, though. You see the turret setting up, getting some damage onto Phantom, taking it down very low. Phantom X gonna have to force the disengage, but actually going for the pressure forward. The teleporter is there, and what a change around. No damage taken here by Dark Squid. Oh my.
Prepare for battle. Select your hero.
As we go into this, Dark Squid not yet receding. The next hero selection has to be a quality selection to try and compete against Phantom. Could see the Reaper again, though, here. Has been a lot of chances prior where players have gone back-to-back with their hero selection, knowing that it was a bad matchup, and attempting something similar. But Dark Squid actually going to go onto the Torbjorn here with the turret, creating a crossfire to try and get some damage onto Phantom X, who does have this Tracer play. Looking now to play the inner wall. There's some damage. The turret not actually going to be activated enough for it to deal some damage as the Tracer moved out to the doorway. Having that defensive to get some extra health and boosted damage here by Dark Squid. Dropped out early. The turret going to be repositioned, forcing the Tracer out in the open. But Phantom is very cognizant of this. Half health, though. Nice early damage push. And again, we're having a 250 health Torbjorn to compete against Phantom on this Tracer. Does go down. Squid not yet laying down and saying, I'm going to bring this to a round 9.
Select your
As
hero.
this is match point for either side. Let's see. The Torb 1v1 voted in favor of Dark Squid against the Tracer. And like I said, the timing for a Tracer when it comes to you taking damage and forcing the recall in this type of situation can become very difficult, because if you wait too long, you don't get that health back. And now we see a tank v tank battle as Phantom goes on to the Wrecking Ball and Dark Squid going on to the Hog. This, I feel, is favoring Dark Squid. The survival, again, waiting towards the end to utilize this Roadhog has been a stellar compositional selection, getting the damage onto Phantom X. Dark Squid gonna come through with a lot of damage. The Take a Breather is there to generate some health, and Phantom X is in dire need of trying to find the opportunity of getting some distant damage onto this Hog, but it's not gonna happen. Dark Squid coming back from a deficit and claiming victory. My goodness, ladies and gentlemen, what a match. Let's go ahead and take a look at that play of the game coming out by Dark Squid. Whoo! Here is the play of the game. Let's take a look. It's that most likely damage. Ooh, it's actually Phantom. Correction, I thought the Hog play, but there is the hook. There's the melee with the gunshot. The full sequence despite the loss. And again, as I've said it time and time again, for those that are tuning in from the raid, we are not done yet. We have now 4 more rounds to go in this Swiss format to see who will be the top 8 going into the final matches. But as we look at this overall scoring, we saw Dark Squid really persevere through those number of rounds, coming back from a deficit and claiming victory. We've seen some decently close matchups, but to see that comeback is really exciting because, again, as we move through this round robin system of rounds, it really tries to help pair you with an enemy or an opponent that is closer to your level of skill. And those points matter through the whole aspect of this. And now, as we are about to go into the next match, we will look to see the completion of, I think, 2 more, actually. It's only Downfall and White Rabbit that is completing at the moment, so we will have the next round 5 coming up in just a moment, and we are looking forward to having you stick around. And again, for those that still tuned in, thank you so much again for that lovely raid, for tuning in, enjoying the hype, as we'll be back in just a moment with more action and who will be selected for the next engage. Hello and welcome back, everybody, as we have quite a matchup to bring to you right now in this round 5 of 8 in a Swiss-style format of a 1v1. We are going to see 2 undefeated players so far go head-to-head to see who will first obtain their loss. Obtain their first loss. Words are great. It's been a day. So we're going to get this underway, as it will be Downfall versus Fire Road. As now we're going to get into this, I am telling you that this is going to be a matchup to really pay attention to. These two have done a stellar amount of work. And I can tell you right now, I've worked with Downfall. And Downfall is a Nutty Widow player, so I'm waiting to see when that's going to come out. Fire has also been a growing major growing competitive player, almost in Grandmaster, I believe. So this will be interesting. Fire going to go on to the 76 versus Downfall leads with the Hog. Dang, you got a gold border. Downfall is now tilted. Oh my goodness, you see him playing Downfall on the backside, waiting. The chat amongst the two is hilarious right now. We're in game focus. These two are just giving it their all right now. It is a lot riding on their shoulders, but again, they are not out of it just yet, because like I said, as we go through these rounds, it is to see who has the most points to enter into the 8 top players to see who will be able to win the #1 spot in the double elimination bracket for the finals starting tomorrow at the same time of 7 p.m. CST to 11 CST. With now the 76 play Fire on the front, trying to just generate some health to compete against Downfall, but that close engage could have been an opportunity for Downfall, taking a breather, needing to happen very quickly here to survive through it, dropping to the low ground, keeping some distance at the moment. Now Fire, oh yeah, Fire on the high ground, still going to try and get some damage, just really waiting, because this is the part that's going to start hurting. The 30 seconds now becomes active. Downfall is going to have the advantage, starting to lead into that control center zone in the center by the statue. With 18 seconds to go, both players have vision, and it's this slow and steady play to run the clock, and Downfall knows it. Fire has to be careful going into this, really trying to make sure you utilize that statue to prevent incoming damage. 4 seconds now to go, needing to drop near it. Both of them starting to approach it to get to that center section. And collapsing together. Here comes that tactical visor. The whole Hog is there, pushing him off the point, and the ult economy is going to be enough. And that is the first whole Hog seen in the tournament. In addition, the second ultimate across the board. We have seen only the Coalescence prior that was played by, I believe, Anna Banana earlier. And now we will get to see a second so far. But yes, the first for the whole Hog, really just going to keep laying. Oh, and Fire gonna come in with a Hog of his own. And Downfall is not going to enjoy this play. Oh my goodness. Let's see it now as the high ground is early obtained by Fire. Aggressing forward, getting the damage onto Downfall and getting that execution quickly. As Downfall now has to reevaluate what the next selection will be going into this next round. But to be fair, both Roadhogs are out of the game. That is probably one of the picks that you do as a safety net whenever you feel you need to try and wear down your opponent in these points generated. 1-to-1 map score, and I can tell you as well, I've been spectating Downfall in some of these breaks to see, and it has gone consistently to a final match point for both sides multiple times. Now that that's out of the way, as Downfall even states, I have said it myself, we've got Downfall on the Mei with Fire on the Baptiste. Again, this hit scan, really utilizing it. We've seen Fire on the Widowmaker, on the McCree, most likely holding those until the later portions of the game, but still going to utilize the hit scan by the Baptiste, jumping to the air to try and maneuver around the Mei while that Downfall has consistently tried to keep up. The Cryo Freeze has the advantage for sustainability, but the Immortality Field now most likely going to come out. That jump over the wall to give the advantage to Fire, pushing forward. Downfall turning the corner barely with a sliver of health. The collapse is there. No! And it's going to be the melee by Fire to take down Downfall, getting the second point.
Prepare for battle. Select your hero.
Some words back and forth. I love you both. My goodness. There we go. We've got chat on in this rare occasion where we know the two of them are having a good time. Okay, well that last comment's not too. Hopefully that doesn't happen. So I'm trying my butt off. My goodness. As we now have the Widowmaker coming out by Fire. This is a comfort pick right now for Fire. We've seen some stellar Widow play in the past, getting a body shot onto Downfall. Most likely gonna force the Cryo Freeze. Stop connecting every shot. Oh no! Oh!
3, 2, 1.
This is where it starts to settle in.
Battle. Select your
We've got 3 points in favor of Fire. Now as we've got Downfall looking to select what this return fight is gonna be. Again, slowly but surely forcing out the resources for Fire. A very hit scan dominant player. This Fire is actually going to now go onto the Mei, and Downfall forcing the Widow. We've seen some stellar play as well coming out by Downfall, though, in this Widowmaker. I have had many a quick play games where I have seen multi-kills coming out, so this is going to be critically important for Downfall to keep distance to make sure that Fire is in the sight lines. Maywall now going to try and block the positioning. Downfall on the low ground, gets the grapple, barely escapes. Tries to get some shots, having 1 HP remaining, and Downfall now in a difficult spot. Venom Mine will not be able to land as Downfall tries to play the opposite side. The Icicle comes out. Downfall barely surviving again from that, but there is a follow-up now as round complete. 4 points for Fire, because we've got one more round.
Select your hero.
Match point here for Fire moving forward, as we've got 10 seconds remaining for this last selection. As we've got the potential tank selection here. I could see that being a thing where Fire now might not be able to handle it. We've got Fire going on to the 76 once again. Grandpa v. Grandpa!
Match.
Grandpa v. Grandpa. As now the high ground is taken early by Fire. See, here comes the engage quickly. Downfall getting low. Back and forth. Here's the damage. The healing in favor of Fire, with Downfall dropping his own. Trying to sprint away, playing the inner wall. There's the damage, and that's going to be it. Fire getting the quick kill towards the end. And the walls are definitely not in favor of Downfall. But again, we are not out of this yet.
Play of the
As we've got Downfall looking to claim the play of the game. Let's see it firsthand. Pog. The whole hog is going to be the play. Getting that kill off the control point, eliminating Fire lightning fast. What up, get some? Love the sportsmanship. Again, that is one of the key parts of this that I love most, is where I appreciate every one of you for being a part of this and just having a positive attitude. And even though we've got that round completed here between these two, we've got more still to come. And honestly, like I said, the Roadhog is a very typical pick that we see for the survivability, and a helped out Downfall, especially reaching a point of where you're having a whole hog generated. You're absorbing so much damage, and when you take a breather, you generate that ultimate so quickly that it's really beneficial, especially when it comes to fights like that, where you are near the control point in the center, just really exerting dominance, forcing the player away and breaking down their health value. I mean, goodness. It is so exciting to see, as we will now look to take a few more moments here to see what the next round has in store for us. We've got still a few going in this match. We've already seen Laser take down Mr. YouTuber. Mr. YouTuber actually lost a little bit earlier, we saw in the matchup. We've got a bye here coming out for Dalv, or Farah Amari, that we've got. So there's a nice buy in there because of the odd numbers. It's rotated a couple times. We've had Kirimito or Kyoto that has also obtained a buy going into this next one. It will see them compete against Forian that we saw earlier, as maybe that'll be an opportunity to claim a victory here for either side. But without further ado, we're going to go ahead to a break briefly to see what this next round is going to have in store for us. So thank you for your patience, as we will bring you round 6 shortly, friends. Hello and welcome, everybody. We just saw an interesting matchup between two undefeated players, but we take it up a notch once again. We have a team battle against, okay, so I was gonna say rivalry, but it's not really a rivalry. It's just literally two teammates that are playing against each other who are on a 6v6 team, which is freaking hilarious. So it is going to be Anna Banana versus Phoenix, who is a part of Tea Time Team. And they are going to see who gains the upper hand and can gloat for the rest of eternity who is the better player in the 1v1 amongst their friends. Now, as we've got 10 seconds to go, we are going to the lovely, beautiful full moon night where we've got our lovely temple runes. With now 3 seconds to get this underway, first to 5, who will be able to gloat to the rest of their team and to the community itself? We will first see Anna Banana on the Widowmaker with Phoenix on the Lucio. Looking to see who can get this early pick potential. Phoenix going to play very carefully here around the center pillar. Sightlines coming out now for Banana, but uses the grapple to get onto the high ground. Venomine as well to try and prevent the chase here, as Phoenix is potentially a sitting duck on this high ground, getting shot, bodied, not going to get taken down immediately. And the chase ensues. Widow by Anna Banana, not having nearly as much mobility as the Lucio, could be the opportunity for Phoenix to take advantage of. The boop into the center. No! Anna Banana falls into the pit! Oh, she's upset! The all caps letters come out in no consecutive reason, with crap to follow immediately after. Phoenix, on the other hand, taking a good chuckle to say, at least I've got 1 point moving forward. And know that I won't go undefeated. Or I won't go just completely defeated 5-0. Now as we get this map underway, the second one is it's going to be Phoenix on the Farah with Anna Banana on the Widow for a second time around. And this is going to favor Anna Banana right now, where Phoenix is going to try and get very close in proximity. High in the air, Phoenix not going to be clipped out. Anna Banana needs to be careful now that those rockets are getting very close. It's going to be difficult, but the Venomine does land. Phoenix taking some damage. Banana trying to get some sightlines here on the close proximity, but no! Phoenix takes the damage in return. With Banana now being 2 points behind. Phoenix laying it all on the line right now. Pepe is real from the last round, though. As we have... I love how they're giving crap to each other. Oh no, an iceberg. Wow, it's Doc. 2 points in favor of Phoenix, aka known as the Doc. Phoenix gonna come out with a Winston play here. We've actually seen this earlier, but Anna Banana is gonna have the McCree. So there's a lot of just explosive damage. The Fan the Hammer plus the Tumble Fan the Hammer is a huge amount of damage to put into this monkey. It's really just gonna be managing that Tesla Cannon damage with the shield. Some early pick potential is going to be critical here for Phoenix to try and dodge. Now the jump comes in. The shield is going to be a little bit further forward. Anna Banana falling back. Nice damage, though, onto Phoenix. Great job by Anna Banana with this McCree. Dropping down to the lower section. The shield is no longer available. Still a hefty amount of health to take down onto that gorilla. Jumps in. Huge damage. Oh, going in for it. Anna Banana has to fade and roll back. 89 to 21. The flashbang midair. Oh, my goodness. Woo-hoo-hoo! Anna Banana coming out on top saying no, no, no with an angry frowny face in the chat. As Phoenix calls hacking, quotation, clearly hacking. No, that was just some clean play right there with the flashbang to shut down the gorilla midair. Whoo. Let's see. As we now go into the next one. Phoenix is going to bring out the Sigma. Some back-to-back tank play.
Fight.
Against this Mei. Now with the doors opening and some vision on the opponent, Phoenix going to move around this corner to try and find the Mei, but needs to keep their distance. And a Banana now going to give some vision. That banking orb really going to help out on the front from that auto. Trying to play this in a room near these walls. Accretion comes out, not going to get any sort of extra damage or stun. As Anna Banana falls to the lower section, forces out the Cryo Freeze, but this is a chance now for Phoenix to get some damage after that Cryo Freeze ends. Can't get too much, though. Icicle's going to be instantly blocked with the Accretion already being expended. Now Banana getting a little overrun on the front side. Tries to try and bypass the wall here, though. Managed to do so as the damage comes down. Here's the Cryo Freeze, and now this is going to be the difficult part. Phoenix going to look for the Accretion just behind it. Does get the stun, looking for the collapse. The damage is there. Anna Banana looking to jump past it. The freeze, the damage. She gets it. Here comes the kill potential. And no, the Cryo Freeze is not up. 8 HP. Phoenix trying to maneuver around and does get it in time. Literally a sliver of health. The Accretion comes out, 90 health, and continues to climb as the armor is there from the Kinetic Grasp, and Phoenix miraculously comes out on top, getting the third pick. So close between the two.
Select
Woo.
your hero.
Now, we take it to another, as the fourth map victory is in sight here for Phoenix. Wanting to make it match point, but Anna Banana not out of this yet. She has been very, very close multiple times here. Phoenix going to come out with the Moira versus the Widow. This is going to be difficult, I have to say. With Phoenix on this Moira with so much mobility and the potential damage, Anna Banana needs to hit the shots necessary to shut this down. Moira by Phoenix now going to fade forward, getting very close, getting some early damage to grapple. High overhead, the shot is there. Phoenix is getting a lot of health back, though, as the rotation from... Oh, Banana not going to survive, and that's what we were talking... Really? Really? Oh my goodness, you just faded off the edge. That was weird. Bad-mannered, Phoenix. Bad-mannered. I'm just kidding. Match point now. 1-4, where Banana is going to try and demonstrate her ability to turn this around. A return match point sweep would be amazing to see. As we've got some rah-rahs in the background by Dire Pixel saying, play Mercy. And it's gonna happen by Phoenix, though! Oh, man, this is gonna be a match to see. Phoenix on the Mercy playing with the risky support, as Banana has the advantage here. I truly feel that Banana has a great opportunity of keeping this still alive. And going into the next one, you see some hidden sneaky plays here on the high ground as Phoenix really just looks around for that opportunity to take down Banana. Looking for a Banana split here. With Phoenix on that high ground, looking to try and advance forward. Got the wings to activate. Ooh, Banana going to throw out that orb a little bit too preemptively, though. As the drop down to the lower section, Phoenix really trying to maneuver around this pit of doom. With that cannon pistol. Pistol doing some damage. Fade comes in. Here's the aggression. Going to... Really? Phoenix is going to dance. Banana comes out of nowhere and is going to emote herself. Oh, yeah, that's what you get for trying to dance, friend.
Select your hero.
Phoenix really just trying to be a smart something. For all of you that are probably getting it seconds later, yes, indeed. That is exactly what's happening. As we now see 2 points in favor of Anna Banana, looking for the selection for the next hero, looking to be Widow on the Phoenix. Correction, Phoenix on the Widow. As we've got the 76 to come out from Anna Banana as we are on match point. Really going to need to get a headshot here from Phoenix to not allow Anna Banana to get that healing. That's how this match point is going to have to go. I feel in the long run that Anna Banana is going to have the opportunity to outmaneuver and outplay Phoenix on this Widowmaker. And it's really going to be this close proximity, preventing the sightlines, which is a great opportunity here. Phoenix going to fall shy. Venomine on the corner as you see Anna Banana trying to rotate around, keeping the distance close. Shot's going to come through. Anna Banana getting close. Helix Rocket getting a nice damage onto Phoenix. With Anna Banana still looking to keep that high ground, trying to find that position. Phoenix on the low ground tries to find a sightline just onto the head of Anna Banana. Getting the grapple, not going to go as high as they would have liked. And the Helix Rocket takes him down.
3 to 4.
Phoenix now being brought to a difficult spot. 2 matches remaining
Select
for Anna Banana to strip it away. It was at a 3-score deficit and now going to try and even the score. So this next map is going to be match point for both. But depending upon what this hero select is going to have. Okay, my hero select screen is working again. What? Well, disadvantage. As Anna Banana's like, uh-huh.
match point.
May v May. Ice Queen versus Ice Queen. Doom versus Doom. Who shall win this battle of the Ice Queen? As Phoenix is now on the high ground near the pillar to try and see if there's some early damage potential. Anna Banana looking to try and get some vision as well. Maywall by Phoenix, opening up an opportunity for some damage here from Phoenix. Oh, these icicles, though. Anna Banana get the pick, but so is Phoenix. Both going to force the cryo freeze here. Resetting back into this. I think this is really going to come down to that control point. You won't have either of these members get truly close. Phoenix getting very low. No cryo freeze available. This is the chance for Anna Banana to get the execution, but it's going to come up short as the 100 HP now climbs to 250 for Phoenix. Upper position still in favor of Banana. Wall climb going to bring Phoenix to the head-to-head. This is a chance now for Anna Banana to take advantage. The wall is going to be there to prevent any sort of escape off of that edge. Anna Banana dropping low, needing to use that cryo freeze in a advantageous position.
Enemy has been revealed.
Ooh, there's the 30 seconds. Could have used it a little bit earlier, so now as the health value is low, RichRad going to try... Oh no, forcing it out. It's going to allow the opportunity for the freeze first. The wall is there, dropping it. That's going to go to head-to-head. Who's going to freeze first? And Anna Banana comes short!
Victory.
That is going to be Phoenix, the Doc himself, managing to claim victory. The cryo freeze coming out in the open when the vision just becomes available. But despite the win, Anna Banana gets the pick on the emoting Mercy. Look at this, the dance up front, quick kill. That's what happens, Phoenix, when you get a little too high on your horse. As the outplay will happen there. Again, we do complete round 6 as we are going to go into 7. We've got 2 more to go. So by the end of these next 2, 7 and 8, we will know who the top 8 will be entering into the grand finals. Double elimination tomorrow, starting again at 7 p.m. Central Time, going to potentially 11, depending upon how quickly this will go. But again, since we have reduced a lot of members, unfortunately, because of the complications we had earlier, it should go much more swiftly. We will go to a brief break before getting into our round 7 to see and finalize who will be the top 8 to claim victory tomorrow and potentially Wednesday of the RichRad 1v1 Community Tournament. Hello and welcome back, everybody, as we have had some interesting matchups throughout this night. We now go into our lovely matchup here between Forian and Dalv. I'm so going to refer to it as Dalv, even though it's a Farah Amari. I'm so going to say Dalv, just because I know by Dalv. So if people wonder why I say Dalv versus Farah Amari, that is totally why, because I know the name by Dalv. But we're going to see, ooh, a Roadhog versus D.Va matchup. This is the first time we've really gotten to see a D.Va play here out on these 1v1s, so I'm interested to see how this is going to turn out. Here is the hook. We've got the extra damage going in. The micro rocket's going to come out just shy. We've got that now opportunity, though, for Dalv to try and get the damage. Ooh, the missed hook here. Almost getting back into the Mac will go in favor of Forian for the first one. But it was really just because there was a lot of explosive damage shelling out onto this hog. And honestly, that's not a bad throwaway. It was a D.Va play that Dalv is not typically known for. We typically see Dalv coming out again, Faramari. We're getting to the late hours, friends, as RichRad tries to keep his brain fully functional. As I know, right? Dalv versus foe. Here we go. We've got the Ana play. We've heard about this a little bit. Dow said that he felt very comfortable on the Ana play outside of his typical usage, which is normally the Pharah. And again, selecting the Ana versus the Pharah as his comfort pick in the second round is definitely a good opportunity to try and survive through this, because the Widowmaker going into the Pharah is definitely not favorable. But now, the outside play, the Bionade going to be thrown up top to try and see where Foe is with this Widowmaker. Slowly maneuvering around Grandma, slowly but surely trying to get some vantage point here on the back side. And really looking for these sight lines. Again, they both have the opportunity of getting some long-range sights, but it could potentially be that instant headshot coming out by Foe versus that 3-tick shot that needs to come through by Dalv. Lobbing the Bionade here a little bit further in the back as the aggression comes close. You see Dalv playing very cautiously and knows that Foe has the upper hand on the high ground. There is an early pick, though, onto Foe. Here's one dart. Slowly but surely, Dalv becomes closer. The drop down onto the side. Foe looking for the shot. Does get a body onto him, but now the Bionade needing to be used here once it gets off of cooldown in 2 seconds. That's going to be the sustain needed to allow Dalv to stick into this fight. As the control point becomes active in 30 seconds with enemies being visible, you already see Foe starting to lead into where that position is. Try to turn the corner, dodging out of the way, not getting a headshot here, which is critical. Dow looking for some shots to the backside, has not yet really used that heal yet, but going in full health. The Venomine is on the wall, that ticking damage. There's one, gonna need one more here as Dow tries to get the kill onto Foe as going into this last point. Here comes the Bionade on the front side, going to get onto the control point, and there it is! Down gets the kill on the Ana, taking down Forian. 1 point to 1 point. That slow play was absolutely critical to allow the kill onto the Widow. It was very difficult to play that. The Bionades were coming out to make sure to keep the sustain high to survive through the body shots that were consistently happening by Foe. As now we go into this next one, we're looking to see what the selection is. It's going to be Foe going onto the Ana himself with the Pharah coming out. But this is not the one-shot, one-hit kill type of hit scan. The Rocket's going to be rained down quickly. This is something that Foe is going to have to be very careful of. We have seen some stellar gameplay multiple times. Just extreme, clean play by Dalv on this Pharah. These Rockets going to rain down quickly, but still playing very closely to that pillar. Taking the advantage and looking for those sightlines. Foe going to have to play so carefully, but again, has the sustainability of that Bionade to keep alive and surpass the time available against Dalv. Keeping this upper side going around the side position. You have the Ana nearing where Dalv is positioned. Ooh, the sleep almost going to land. Decent damage, though, going to come out. Bringing Dalv to 2/3 of the health value. As the survival still comes through, almost getting another tick here. Foe getting a second shot, looking for the third. This is it. Has to just clip the bird. There's the sleep, gonna miss it, trying to have the flashy play. That could cause some problems here as that final tick comes through. Ooh, boy. Dalv now still able to select the Pharah, though. Again, since the victory did not go in favor of Pharah, it is still able to be played in this 7th round. Got one more round after this between these 14 members remaining as the night has gone on. Let's take a look and see what the hero selects will be. It's going to be the McCree versus the Pharah again. The hit scan stacking. This is where Foe is starting to lead into this, knowing the type of strength that Dalv has on the Pharah. The hit scan will be very important to use against this Pharah, but the problem is the flashbang will not be as useful because Dalv is for sure going to keep some serious distance here to not allow him to be overrun. Oh, but there's the hit scan again. That's truly knowing your opponent and trying to see if you can play it. We're whittling down these hit scans. We've already seen the McCree get taken out. The Ana as a hit scan is gone. There's still a few more remaining. We've got potentially the Ashe, the Baptiste, the Sombra. Sombra probably not maybe the best option, even though it has the opportunity to hack mid-air with Pharah. Again, Dalv playing so well in that vertical airspace, it can be very difficult, so I would not see this all coming out at all. And here comes another. just like I called it. And Dowd's actually going to change it up a bit. Not going to stick with this Pharah, knowing that this most likely is going to be a common trend coming out by Forian. With that Ashe play, Moira Orb going to be thrown out early. Decent amount of damage coming out by this Ashe play. Dowd tries to attempt to get close. Healing going to be there, full health now once again. That's going to be the sustainability aspect of this Moira. The Dynamite not going to clip Dowd. With this drop to the lower position, really trying to just find the opportunity to get into the... Ooh, nice job dodging that. Orb not going to get as much damage as they would have liked onto foe. Ashe still playing this slow and steady game. Dowd waiting for a chance to get near. You see the aggression coming out by Ashe. The Dynamite on the front side getting a pick, but now damage as well. And this is where it's just slowly whittling down Ashe. Foe needing to be careful. Dowd in a good position to gain a full healing bar once again. Dynamite gonna land. Here comes the follow-up. The Viper shot gonna be active. Dowd now having to play very defensively. 61 HP. Looking to try and hide. Here's the Dynamite, and that's gonna be enough damage to get the kill, as it is 1-4. This will be match point here for foe over Dowd, as we've got 15 seconds still to go. Take a look. So we've got a few seconds remaining. Dowd could try and rotate back to the Pharah again. That confident pick has just gone against multiple hit scans, causing a lot of difficulty here. With the Tracer coming out, this would be a good opportunity for the Pharah, and there it is! Not surprised at all. This is really a good chance here for Dowd to gain a point and stick into this. Though foe got some early damage from the high ground, playing very closely and manages to outmaneuver. Little bit of a shock coming out. I don't think Dowd was ready for that Tracer play on the high ground. Had the early advantage. Well played from both sides. GG. Love both of you. As we've got the sharpshooter play of the game. This is the challenge against the Pharah. Able to get that one early tick. Found the side position here. No need for the flashbang. We will see that completion. We've already got so many continuing to move forward. And again, like I said, we've got still one last round to see these individuals go through before completing the night. We've got that 30 minutes left. Most likely we'll be able to complete this set of 8 rounds entirely before the end of the night, and we'll have a few minutes to ourselves just to say a fond farewell. But before we get to do that, we are going to hop into the next round here shortly, as we will go to a break because there are quite a few that are still finishing up their matches. So get some drinks, get some snacks, or just kick back and relax, because we'll be back in just a moment to bring you the final 8th round to see who goes into the top 8 for tomorrow's finals. We are here, everyone that is tuning in, to see a miraculously final 8th round matchup between Darth Squid and White Rabbit. The Battle of Rad Champs Season 1. They are both on the Mystery Inc. squad and have been able to claim a victory last season, looking to try and bring their same team into the 6v6, as we are now going to see these two players go head-to-head to see who can gloat about their victory, just as we saw moments ago for Tea Time Team. With this last map for the evening, this will finalize the Swiss rounds for us to see who will go in as the top 8 for tomorrow. We are now confirming that both are ready as we go into Castillo for the last map of the night, and it will be one for the books. As they are both ready going into this, the part that I'm most interested in seeing is Dart Squid. We saw a Genji play earlier, and there was a highlight even in the intro reel that we have from Dart Squid on this Genji, who does so well, and we haven't seen it outside of Dart Squid playing it, to be honest. Genji just in general right now is in a very weird spot. And with how the way things have played out and the reduction in shields and survivability, it's opened up an opportunity for these types of characters to become more relevant, not only in just the normal 6v6, but also in matches like these, where the 1v1 is still critical. And as we take a look with 15 seconds to go, we will see who, for this featured match, claims victory and can tell the rest of the Rad Champ team members that they are victorious, at least in this round so far. Going into this now, you have the Mercy selection by White Rabbit, as it's Mercy v. Mercy! Starting it out with a heal.
Someone call the ambulance.
Somebody call the wambulance, as Darth Squid says it, approaching the next opportunity of dealing. They're both crouching. They're both crouch walking. Up! The pistols! The pistols are real, going about even right now. The self-generation in health. What a dynamic battle that goes in favor of White Rabbit by literally a sliver of health.
Prepare for battle.
Oh my.
Select your hero.
Yeah, Mystery Inc. internal conflict right now. Understatement. Absolute understatement. These two gonna just give it their all to gloat for this round 8 1v1 title. Now as we go into this next one, it will be an Ana. Is it versus an Ana? No! Ana versus Lucio. These are support players, friends, as that cinnamon stick lemon, probably Dr. Pepperish drink looks so well. As Darth Squid now looks for the engage early. Damage coming out by White Rabbit, though. The survival from the area of effect healing for Darth Squid allows the opportunity to re-engage at full health. White Rabbit really waiting to use this bio nade, not going to force it out just yet. Try to prevent the healing. Sleep onto the Lucio. Darth Squid gonna get comboed. Darth into the boom, but no, the survival is still there. Darth Squid able to escape the clutches of the White Rabbit. Is there enough of damage of a follow-up as the AoE still continues? The sleep dart not gonna get it. The bio nade there to collapse in the tunnel and looking for the last dart to secure the demise of Darth Squid. And the return is here as White Rabbit can't complete the task. Oh my!
Prepare for battle.
I'm losing it, fam.
Select your
I'm
hero.
losing it. You've got totally not a tree rooting on the wife. Oh my. Oh. I just can't right now. What an intense battle back and forth between these two. As the Pharah comes out by White Rabbit with a May from Darth Squid to try and compete. Whew. Oh boy. On the high ground, nice boop to get Darth from the upper position onto the low ground, forcing out the cryo freeze. With White Rabbit trying to bring back some vengeance after that just steal of a play from Darth Squid. Taking a lot of damage, so Darth Squid getting very low. Just that explosive radius just whittling away at the health value as the cryo freeze comes out. Cannot get a sightline here. Oh, and the flank around the back. White Rabbit gonna gain the kill. Couldn't quite see where the positioning was of that far a play. Taking now the second point here. Rah in the chat. Now with, again, 8 seconds to go, I literally have no idea of what these two could bring out onto this map. It really could be anybody's game between the two with how well they are playing. Kree here for White Rabbit as the Hog comes out from Darth. Looking for that sustainability. The Roadhog is a choice. Words. Speechless right now. That's what's happening. Roadhog is just a great pick overall, as we've talked about it for the entirety of the night. Don't want to get too... Ooh, actually, no, we're going to see White Rabbit playing very sneaky here on the low ground, crawling around, looking for that chance to get a flashbang onto the Hog. Going to have to hold onto it during the take-a-breather. That's going to be the biggest advantage with the flashbang. Already some really pick damage. Darth going to get a little aggressive. Does get flashbang. Looking for the hook. Not going to get it. There's the take-a-breather we were talking about. The tumble reload for correction for the hand. The fan the hammer not going to be there. That's a 1-point score to a 1-point score, making it even. But again, Darth Squid losing the Roadhog. No longer having it. White Rabbit has an opportunity to use that moving forward to secure the final point later in the matchup if needed. Or even as a catch-up if Darth manages to get some momentum back into this to surpass the 2 points that White Rabbit has. Gonna come out with the May to compete against the Tracer. The most important dynamic here for Darth is going to be sure to try and weave around this ice gun. cannot afford to get locked down. The second that happens, going in, looking for the melee, trying to get the one clip. Oh my goodness! Icicle to the face! Dart Squid unable to do anything. The recall was there. Couldn't get it. Surprised probably themselves as Dart Squid is unable to survive through that type of damage. Again, that 150 health value makes you a lot more vulnerable to incoming damage, regardless if it's a headshot or not. Now with the start of the next one, here comes the Roadhog. White Rabbit trying to put the nail in the coffin towards the end, going into that match point, but we've got Dart Squid coming out on the Moira. Even if Dart Squid does lose this, the Moira pick, which has been very well used in many matches before, could be used again after this throwaway for the Roadhog. On the high ground, getting some decent damage, trying to whittle away at the health value, and again, this is just going to be a battle of attrition right now. Nice fade into the hook, dodging White Rabbit, still pumping a lot into this White Rabbit Hawk. Playing around the statue, waiting for that hook to come back online once again. The fade gonna be forced. Here's a chance though for the hook, looking for the combination. Doesn't get the kill. Dart gonna finally go down after White Rabbit secures the follow-up.
4-2.
It's 4-2 going into match point here for White Rabbit.
Select your hero.
Guys, now we do have a final conclusion in the chat. Little side note between our current match. We have an 8-0 fire announcement in Twitch chat. Are we really surprised though? Let's be real. Grandmaster saying 8-0 in 1v1s across the board. Good job for you though, friends. Seriously, killing it. That's what all that practice and Grandmaster play gets you. Because now we're gonna go with this final match point here. Dart Squid getting the Symmetra play. We actually saw this early, and it did wonders against the Reaper. But will it work out for White Rabbit on this Baptiste? That's gonna be the real question here. White Rabbit in a great spot, but these orbs just slowly being thrown out. The turret's now gonna be placed on this ground position. Teleporter comes out, looking to try and get a flank onto him. The Immortality Field not gonna be forced out. Dart Squid in a very difficult position. The armor starting to generate back up for Dart Squid, but that is the only thing that Dart Squid is gonna have to rely on. That shield coverage is going to be critical to use to their advantage. White Rabbit in a great position. Here comes the engage. 50 HP. Oh, there it is! White Rabbit finds the conclusion to this 8th round, claiming victory over Dart Squid and showing the superior play amongst Mystery Inc. The Rad champions go head-to-head. And White Rabbit on the Hog will claim the play of the game here on the Moira, despite the great play from Dart Squid to make sure to keep combat back into every fight, putting White Rabbit on the edge of their seat, as we now have completed the majority of our round 8. Looks like there's just a few other members that are completing their round. So we cannot specifically say who yet is in the top 8. Because these final points could true the difference between the standings that we have so far, at least for the top, let's say 5. We do have Fire with, again, 8-0, no losing streak going into the finals this rest of the week, Tuesday and Wednesday. Laser taking 2nd seed position here. Super Scion for 3rd, Downfall for 4th, Jetta for the 5th position, White Rabbit in the 6th. We will look to see what these last 2 potential fills are. Again, it's very critical. The swing positions really could be for my YouTuber, Wolf, along with potentially even, well, Dart just finished. So yeah, it's really going to be that swing play from my YouTuber and what those stats are to bump down potentially Phoenix out of the top 8. Even potentially Phantom as well. So we'll look to see what those final conclusions are here. But I do have to say, as we complete it and wait to see what the outcome is, I do just want to say to each and every one of you, it has been an absolute pleasure. I want to thank all of you for being absolutely kind and understanding as we try to work through not only technical difficulties with Battle 5, but also just the timing for all of these and adjustments to the rules as we are again learning from the scratch that is this 1v1 tournament. We've never done something like this before, and we have learned greatly from it. And moving forward, we will look to try and present one shortly after the 6v6 tournament, since we are much more comfortable with the 6v6 tournament, since we've done it once before and yielded 2 divisions for it. Major shout outs here to our production, Univeth, who's been awesome going through this entire process, has been killing it. We've had Sammy Miami help as well with the production and some dynamics where it comes from the logoing, all of those types of updates. But even more so, a huge shout out going to Potato Head Guy, to Awkward Turtle, Shang, Dyer, Dalv, Sammy, so many others that have been involved in this and really have put forth so much effort to help make this become a reality, communicating with the staff, communicating with the other members in the community to try and work together through this hiccup that we did have today. There are no words that I can even put into a singular sentence that could quantify the amount of care and thanks that I have for these individuals. So seriously, I want to give a huge shout out to each and every one of those individuals, and to all of you that are still here, sticking around, giving support, looking and being interested in the tournaments that we have, not only the 1v1 but the 6v6. It truly does mean a lot to have you here. We are looking forward to tomorrow as we go into the finals and see what the final standings are. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your night. It's been an amazing Monday, and I look forward to seeing all of you tomorrow to see who will work their way through the winner's bracket, and if the loser's bracket redemption option will allow them to take it away from that #1 spot. Have a lovely night, everybody, and happy gaming.